Potter 20th Anniversary Return to Hogwarts is a warm blanket, or invisibility cloak, of nostalgia that mixes cozy cast reunions and fond friendship memories with a film-by-film approach to the 8-movie saga.
Think of that powerful memory.
In its attempt to be everything though, it may run a bit long for some casuals' tastes, occasionally feeling more like supplemental Blu-ray material, but the time and care devoted to sentimentality and heartfelt reminiscence is always wonderfully on display.
When things get really dark and times are really hard, there's something about Harry Potter that makes life richer.
It's a strong bond that we'll always have.
Potter fanatics probably won't find anything new to chew on within this almost 2-hour special, but if you're that big a fan, it won't matter. You can hear all about the kids' audition processes and about the various on-set crushes over the years all day until the hippogriffs come home, and it'd still be a joy. No, not everyone is back for this juggernaut of a time capsule, but the key players are here. The triumphant trio, plus the saga's most important mid-carders. Some were clearly more available than others. Emma Watson appears in the storybook-style opening credits and several breakout chats, while Rupert Grint was only on hand for the Harry, Ron, Hermione fireside chat. But enough shuffling of the deck is done so that everything flows nicely. Again, this is a feature-length endeavor that also brings out the 4 directors, Chris Columbus, Alfonso Cuarón, Mike Newell, and David Yates, for lengthy dives into their movies, so definite attention was paid to the pacing of the project. It never gets hung up on anything for too long, but it also sits with things enough to impact you emotionally. Presentation matters, and what's front and center here is a very hearth-centric gather round. Having most everyone back at Hogwarts, which as a cold-weather castle is designed to feel gothically soothing and comforting, makes this all feel like a festive family reunion. A family filled with love, but also one with members who don't regularly see each other, or even check in, which makes it feel even more like a real family in certain ways, to be honest. Daniel Radcliffe, Watson, and Grint have an immense sibling-style love and affection for each other, but were so deeply immersed in each other's lives during a decade of formative years that they've also had their fill of each other in a way. They will always be special to one another, but they also, all 3 of them, represent each other's past very starkly and assuredly. We live in a world where fans dream of co-stars being best friends who are inseparable for the rest of their lives, but that's rarely the case, so one of the reasons these types of reunion hangs are so popular is because, well, they wrangle and herd everyone back into close proximity. Addressing the J.K. Rowling in the room, she's relegated to a few mentions and snippets from an interview done in 2019. It can be distracting, but not enough to sidetrack the special, especially given the length of the thing. Hearty laughs over past jokes and japes, tears wiped away in remembrance of friends and mentors lost along the way, and a filmic exploration of the characters' journeys from beginning to end, Return to Hogwarts covers all the bases and makes for a pleasant and gratifying tuck-in for the phenomenal franchise.
The happiest you can remember.
Return to Hogwarts is a charming look back at a decade of Harry Potter movies featuring headlining cast members, an inviting atmosphere, and a lot of love and laughter. It's also uniquely long for a reunion special, taking us through each movie in a way that may make for a slog for some. To that end, it's also separated up into more easily digestible chapters and segments for pull-apart viewing if necessary. The end result, though, is a terrific roots to tips take on a delightful decade of movie making. For more, check out our reviews of The Matrix Resurrections and Spider-Man No Way Home, and for everything else, stick with IGN.